berth by beating the Boston Celtics 118-112 on Wednesday night. In a much-anticipated potential NBA Finals preview, the Western Conference leading Thunder withstood a barrage of Boston threes to win for their 17th time in their last 18 games. The Thunder won both meetings against the Celtics this season, averaging 111.5 points per game in those wins. These two teams won't meet again in the regular season, so the next time we could see this matchup would be in the NBA Finals. I promise you, Big Perk, he will be here momentarily. There he is. Oh, there he is. Perk, look at you with the navy and the yellow. Perk, way to be on trend. Yellow's the color of the season.
I'm actually disappointed, Molly. I'm actually disappointed.
He looks amazing. Why?
Well, he does.
His wife's picked that out. Like, he's obviously at home.
The yellow mock neck, it looks really, really good and stuff like that. But, you know, that's similar to what he wore on NBA Countdown, because, you know, that's my partner in crime on there. We're going to see each other again this weekend. I'm just saying, you know, you got to change it up. He's making enough money. I mean, he's a big enough name. I mean, he could change it up. I mean, he could change it up.
Not all of us are in your tax bracket, okay? Just let's settle down.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you, I've seen his wardrobe, Molly. I've seen his wardrobe. I'm just saying, he got it. Trust me. Trust me. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Big Perk, hi. You want to dive in? You want to say anything? Or are you ready to just talk hoops?
Yeah, he know better. Better.
Molly, I'm not about to indulge in it this morning.
Okay.
Not this morning.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Perk,
Not
this is an A and B conversation,
not with the
you and me.
police.
All right, peanut gallery, pipe down for a moment. All right, no, Perk, in all seriousness, though, do you feel like it's time to start favoring OKC to win it all after what they did to Boston last night?
Favoring over who?
To win it all, to win the title.
Absolutely not. Hey, look, hold on. Let me say this to you, Molly.
Yeah.
Did they make a statement last night to the non-believers that they belong? Absolutely. Do I have them picked to come out of the Western Conference? Yeah, I do. But I don't have them beating the Boston Celtics. I have to remind people, although it was a great game last night, although Chet Holmgren rose to the occasion, SGA, he set the tone and dominated the game. To me, he was the best player on the floor. I got that. But the Boston Celtics were missing a key piece, Kristaps Porzingis. He is so crucial to their offense. He provides balance, right? We're talking about one of the best post-up guys in the NBA. When the Celtics threes are not falling and guys are able to switch to pick and roll, Kristaps Porzingis is the one that take advantage of it. You know, you look at last night, Chet Holmgren and Isaiah Hartenstein both had it their way. I think defensively, you bring a 7-3 Kristaps Porzingis back, it's a difference maker. You know, he provides a lot more, get guys easier shots, you know, and it provides that balance. I'm not ready to go there yet. I still got the Boston Celtics winning this year's championship, so I'm gonna stay right there with that.
I agree with Perk, but only because I question the youth of OKC on such a stage. That's it. From a talent perspective, from a coaching perspective, from a star perspective, meaning who's leading them, Jason Tatum compared to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, you can definitely look at OKC and say they're going to be in the mix here. Boston didn't have Kristaps Porzingis. OKC didn't have Jalen Williams. Jaylen Brown for the Boston Celtics, we know how bona fide that brother was, but he didn't really show up last night. A relatively pedestrian performance, 5 of 15 shooting from the field, just 10 points. We expect more from him, and obviously we didn't get that last night, okay? You look at Chet Holmgren, he showed up 23 and 15. That brother's letting you know he's going to have something to say about it, but Perk is right. Would those numbers have been that way? Would he have been as formidable if he had the 7-3 Porzingis to deal with? These are the kind of questions that we have to ask about OKC. But the reason why I say it's just the youth and that's all, it's because of the other guys. What we can say right now, Molly, at least this.
Yeah.
I was on Gil's Arena the other day arguing with these brothers about who the MVP is.
We saw that entrance. Don't you worry. No one can miss it.
Well, I didn't ask for the entrance. That was all Gilbert Arenas' idea.
Coming to America, I witnessed in real life.
And I must say, I got to give Gilbert Arenas love and credit because that was totally his idea. And I might say it was brilliant. It was an interest that I loved. I'm not complaining about it.
Okay,
you understand what I'm saying? And Josiah Johnson imitating the dude singing and Coming to America was hilarious, okay? Because he sounded just like him. It was a beautiful, beautiful thing. Major props to them. But I digress. My point is, when you look at Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and what this brother's bringing to the table, at least we can remind the audience of what this brother was last year when he was a top 2 league MVP candidate and he was my vote for MVP. We saw this brother in the postseason, and let us remind the audience why he's in OKC. Because Kawhi Leonard blackmailed the Los Angeles Clippers and said, you go out and you get Paul George at all costs. You understand? Otherwise, I'm going to the Lakers to join LeBron James and Anthony Davis. So the Clippers couldn't let that happen. They mortgaged their future, giving up all of these picks with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, which is why he's in OKC right now and looking absolutely fabulous. He shows up in the postseason last year, Molly. Big Perk knows this. Yeah. And this brother showed up. It's just that the young dudes did it with him. Jalen Williams, I'm not questioning this brother's talent at all. I love his game. I believe in the brother. He plays on both ends of the court, and he's an incredible talent. But he's got to bring that level of consistency as a bona fide number 2 option instead of vacillating back and forth between being it one night and deferring to Chet Holmgren the next. Chet Holmgren can be that number 2, as Big Perk has accurately pointed out, because Big Perk knows his basketball. But there's no denying that Chet Holmgren should not be the number 2 option. It should be consistently Jalen Williams. But because it isn't, I'm of the belief if Jalen Williams doesn't give you consistent production, OKC can't win. They can't beat Boston when it counts, even though they're 5-1. They swept the season series this year against Boston. They can't beat Boston without Jalen Williams being consistent. That's why you favor Boston, because you can't trust the others with Shai Gilgeous because of their youth and absence of experience. That's it.
Eric, you get the final word here.
No, I'm with him. And look, Molly, I'm going to say this too.
Yeah.
I thought last night, SGA, because Jokic was on his heels, made a statement for his MVP. And he got to continue to go on for the rest of the season at a high level. For the past 2 seasons, he's been Prince, okay? Purple Rain, 25, 35 plus million copies. But damn it, now we need him to be Michael Jackson, Thriller. That's what he started last night, 100 million sold.
We'll drop the mic on that.
I like that.
Big Perk will be back. Guys, let's get in a quick break. Still to come on First Take, Micah Parsons reacts to DeMarcus Lawrence's departure from Dallas. Is it time for the young star? By beating the Boston Celtics 118-112 on Wednesday night. In a much-anticipated potential NBA Finals preview, the Western Conference leading Thunder withstood a barrage of Boston threes to win for their 17th time in their last 18 games. The Thunder won both meetings against the Celtics this season, averaging 111.5 points per game in those wins. These two teams won't meet again in the regular season, so the next time we could see this matchup would be in the NBA Finals. I promise you, Big Perk, he will be here momentarily. There he is. Oh,
there he is.
Perk, look at you with the navy and the yellow. Perk, way to be on trend. Yellow's the color of the season.
I'm actually disappointed, Molly. I'm actually disappointed.
He looks amazing. Why?
Well, he does.
His wife picked that out. Like, he's obviously at home.
The yellow mock